This is like the 5th time I try to make this video. You know when you're trying to make a rant video, but it takes like 5 times to try to record it because you're so frustrated and you push the wrong buttons and you keep on messing it up. So yeah, so I'm going to try to do this all over again, pretend like I never did this. This is the first time, it's fresh on my mind. Okay, so there was an article, I believe it was on 17 Magazine, about, okay, who's going to be the next Nicki Minaj and all this kind of stuff. And they had some girls on there, and a lot of them I recognized. Some of you know Iggy Azalea. She's just starting out in the rap community. And she was on there, and they were comparing Nicki Minaj to her. Now, I am a huge Nicki Minaj fan. Anyone who doesn't know me doesn't know that, but anyone who knows me knows that I am a huge Nicki Minaj fan. I respect her a lot. Do I agree with all of her life choices? No. Do I agree with how she treats Mariah Carey and how she's talking to her? No. Do I like Mariah Carey? Hell to the no. But the point is, she's an adult, I'm an adult. We both make different decisions. I still respect her as a person. That's just me. This article infuriated me. Let's just say that. It infuriated me. First of all, didn't we just go through this already? Like her, like people comparing her to Lil' Kim, or Lil' Kim saying that she's the next her or something like that. Didn't we already go through this shit already? Like, didn't we just finish taking care of all of that? And now we're dealing with it again. But they had like a whole slew of girls. Like, who's going to be the next Nicki Minaj? And they had like 4 different girls on there. And I don't even remember all the girls. I've only like talked about one, which is Iggy Azalea. We're going to get into her in a second. But, media, if any of you who work in the media industry are listening to me right now, which, excuse me, I have my tea with me. Shout out to Graveyard Girl if any of y'all noticed that. Anyways, if any of y'all work in the media industry, please, please tell the higher powers being to stop putting this crap out there. As artists, we take from everybody. We all get inspired by Michael Jackson, by Madonna, by Lil' Kim, if you want to say you're inspired by her. Whoever. We all get inspired. Beyonce inspires me. Shakira inspires me. Always, they got the crazy hair for it. You know, like, we are all inspired by so many different people. We're humans. When we look at something, we analyze it. We look at all the details, like, oh, I like that. No, I like that, but I don't like that part. And I like this. Like, as humans, we're meant to do that, okay? Yes. But to say that this person is going to be a carbon copy of somebody else is extremely disrespectful. Extremely disrespectful, because all those women are completely different. And so is Nicki Minaj. They're all different. They shall be treated differently. To compare them all to each other is just utter BS, in my opinion. Okay? So that's what I have to say about the article itself. I'm not going to go into too much about the article because I do not have it in front of me right now. Let's go on to one of the girls that they're comparing Nicki Minaj to. Miss Iggy Azalea. She comes from Australia. When I first saw her picture, I was like, oh yeah, I saw her on a tattoo magazine a while back. She was really pretty. I thought she was fly. I love girls who are like curvy and have tattoos and don't give a shit what anyone thinks about them. I love that. Obviously, I'm a huge Nicki Minaj fan, and I love Bad Girls Club and all that kind of stuff too. So I was like, awesome, I love that. She's her own person. She doesn't give a crap what anyone thinks about her. Great, I love that. But then I started listening to her music. Okay? First of all, honey, you suck at rapping. I know as this little white girl watching this stuff is not really the end-all be-all of rap music. I really don't know what will be qualified as good and what's bad. I just know what sounds good to my ears. Okay? Jay-Z, Kanye, sometimes. Jay-Z and Kanye together are like crazy. It's awesome. Nicki, obviously. T.I.'s really good. I like Drake. I like Lil Wayne. I love all of Young Money. Let me think of some other rappers. Eminem is really good. There's some other newcomers that are good. I can't think of their names right now. I'm so sorry, anyone who's in the rap community who's offended by this. I don't care. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just a human giving my opinion, so don't hate. To celebrate. Oh, okay. But she just doesn't sound good to me. I don't know if it's because she talks like this and she acts like this, and I don't think this really is good. This doesn't sound good to my ears. Well, Nicki Minaj is like, you know, I mean, she's crazy. Obviously, she's a theater person. She's like crazy, but she's also really good. And if you listen to her lyrics, she does a lot for like female inspiration and female empowerment. In fact, I want to get a tattoo of one of her lyrics on my neck, which is "I'm not a girl who will ever be defined," which is from the Fly song. So she's, although people think of her as just a crazy person, she really is very inspirational to women and to children all around the world. My cousin, 12-year-old cousin, is a fan of hers. And Iggy, I'm sorry, hon, you're not good. You're just not. You just sound hood. Like that's it. You sound like you're a gangster and but you're from Australia, but you talk like this and you say like that and burner business and stuff like that and work and work and work and work. I don't know. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm not catching the sheer brilliance of the song, but I'm just like, I just don't get it. It's just not my thing. She also did an entire song about the P word. Now, I'm not going to say the word on here because, well, I have already cussed on here a bit, but I'm not going to say that word on here. I'm just not. I give too much respect to women, and I'm just not going to do it. But, you know, the group Pussycat Dolls, Take Away the Cat Dolls, you know what I'm talking about. But she did an entire song to that word, dedicated to that word. You probably can't even play that song on the radio because it'd be like bleep 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 bleep, and then I'm gonna go do this and bleep 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 bleep. Why? Why? Okay, talk about the history of that word just for a few seconds because I'm about to run out of time. Older days, rappers used to use that word as kind of a derogatory term towards women and about sex and about a woman's body and that kind of stuff. It was disgusting and we did not appreciate it as women for a long time. Some women liked it, but others did not. And then rappers like Lil' Kim and like Nicki Minaj and all these other rappers came out and they were like, no, I'm not going to be offended by this word. I'm going to take it as a badge of honor. Because, yes, this is a part of my body. I love my body. I love what it is. And mine's better than that bitch over theirs. So, I mean, like, they turned it into a positive word. And I actually was really into that word. And I was like, yeah. But then the whole ratchet thing came to bit. And honestly, I understand why there was such a big influx of everyone saying someone's ratchet or acting ratchet or making it a positive thing. When the economy goes bad and when jobs are being lost and when people are starving in this world, we go towards the things that are easier to take. You know, we can't handle the fact that we're losing our job, so we're going to go to something that makes us laugh. Or that makes us be like, well, at least I'm not like her. You know what I mean? we go to those things for help, and a lot of artists out there are using it as a badge of honor to be ratchet and to act like that. Personally, for me, I don't think it's a positive thing. Um, I've lived in poverty. In many ways, I still am living in poverty, and I see children starving a lot. I've been one of those starving children before. I know what it's like. I mean, look at what I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking like, it's not a healthy meal. That's not healthy for anybody. And it's, poverty in the economy is a big issue. And to just make fun of it and say that, no, you're just ratchet, and that's just a term, and that's just a positive term that you are, kind of bugs me. It bugs me. Because we should be loving each other for who we are, and not calling us names like ghetto or ratchet or all these kind of things. And I've been a victim of this too. I mean, I've been in scary neighborhoods, and not just because there's an influx of African Americans. I'm not just saying because of that. I've been in scary neighborhoods before, and I know that those words get used a lot. And I just think if we start to change our minds about the way things should be perceived and stop making it okay to be like that, if that's the best way to put it, I don't know. But let me get to the real crux of why I don't like this girl, okay? Besides the whole ratchet thing. In the video where she's talking about the P word, she's holding in her arms a 2-year-old child, a 2-year-old boy. And he's saying the lyrics with her. Now, I don't think he's saying the P word, but he's like going with the flow and like rapping with her and singing the song with her about the P word. And where do we draw the line between artistry and talent and embracing our culture and then being pedophilic and disgusting and ratchet, I guess is the best word to do it. It's one thing to, when Jay-Z did the video about like, it's a hard knock life for us, it's a hard knock life for us, you know, the Annie song, that was different. I would not qualify that in the same terms. Yes, he was cussing, but was he cussing in front of children? I don't think so. I don't think he was. This girl was cussing. This girl was saying nasty words and talking about sex in front of children. Jay-Z was talking about poverty and all the different types of stereotypes that there are right now, and the fact that children are starving. That's what the song was about. That's one thing. It's different when there's someone like her talking about her vagina, talking about sex, and talking about how awesome her vagina is in front of a 2-year-old child. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think people like that need to really look in the mirror and say to themselves, I don't know, I don't agree with it. I don't appreciate it. I don't agree with it. It needs to stop. When did we draw the line? Because in my opinion, that's pedophilia. When you're obstructing a child's innocence by teaching them those words. Now, granted, when they grow up, they're going to learn those words anyways. But now they're just children. They shouldn't even know what that is. They shouldn't even begin to know what that is. Not for a while. Not for a long while. Shit, I didn't even want to know what that was until I was like, what? Now I wouldn't want to know what that is. But I do because of how I live and where I live, and I love music, and it's there. You can't hide from it. The media shows it to you all the time. I would love to live in a perfect world where my child could be hymns and those things all the time, but the truth is, people act like that. and I've been talking to my cousin who's 12 years old, and I've been telling her, I was like, you know, people act like that. People talk like that. People use those nasty words. Is that a reason for you to use those nasty words? Heck no. So don't. That's pretty much, I guess, what I want to say in this video. And Nicki Minaj would never do that. Okay? I'm going to pause this right now. I'm going to do a part 2 to this because I'm not done at all about all this crap. So yeah, part 2 coming soon.